Everybody, it's been a while and I thought I would just make a video to catch up and let y'all know how I'm doing. So I've had still some bumpy road. It's been sort of bumpy. Overall, my baseline is still pretty good. And I feel lucky and grateful that that's true. And I've definitely encountered some rough waters. I went through about 4 or 5 weeks of a GI flare that just kind of came out of the blue. Super weird, like including really severe pain. And just, it was just out of the blue. Like, really, I even did a COVID test. I didn't know what was going on with me. And then lo and behold, it just left. It came on one day and it left one day, and it's been totally fine since. So I think that was a wave. And now I'm actually also in a wave, which I've had for about 4 or 5 days now. And it could be because I was just pushing it really, really hard. Like, I did a 5 mile walk and went to see the Batman, and that was the first time seeing a movie in a movie theater in a really long time, and it's like a really intense movie with lots of like lights and sound and whatnot. And I did a couple of Zumba classes, although it was like 20, 30 minutes. I was trying to ease in so I wouldn't have a crash. And then I got my period, and so I think all of that, and I've been working a lot and just kind of pushing myself more with work. So I think all of that just kind of crashed me out, and so the symptoms I'm having are fatigue, which that's mainly what happens. I mean, not mainly, that's one of the main things that happens when I'm like the boom and bust. You go up and like, and then bust. For some of us, that's what happens. But also a lot of just like malaise and feeling sick, dizzy, and histamine, like the big histamine surges. So my eyes feeling red and itchy, and like increase in tinnitus. And like headache and head pressure. So again, almost feeling like I'm coming down with something, which I've had this so much now that I know is not true. Also, the mandibular advancement device I use for sleep apnea is really hurting my jaw, like pretty badly. So I'm having to reconsider using that, or trying to figure out how to use that in a different way, like titrating it back. But then generally when I'm in a wave, the sleep apnea is worse. So I don't know how connected those two are, but my breathing ends up becoming more of an issue while I'm sleeping. And so if I can't use that device effectively, then I'm like waking up gasping or coughing throughout the night, which is it's just awful. And when I'm in a better place and more of a window, that doesn't happen. So I don't know, go figure. I think it's my sensitive nervous system. It's just weird. So what I'm doing is I am resting a lot. I've like stopped exercising, and I hate that because it's like, you get to this good pace with exercise, and then it's like having to stop. And it's only because I'm tired. Even when I had like the IBS wave, which is what I'm calling it, I was still able to, I wasn't feeling tired. It was like all GI stuff. So I was still able to like walk a few miles a day. And now I'm like, my stomach is fine, but I'm exhausted and I'm feeling like all histamines and like weird stuff. So part of my mind is just like, how can this still be happening? It's been so long. Like, this has to be something else. I know I've talked about underlying issues on here, but then I talk to people in my, my circle who also had setbacks, and they're all really in it too. Some of them, I would say, maybe even a little bit more difficulty navigating their symptoms, or not navigating, but like having more severe symptoms. And people that I know that didn't even have a setback, who are as far out as me, are still experiencing stuff. So I guess it's just like, okay, some of us are just really sensitive and we're really protracted. But for the most part, people heal, within 18 months. Like, I know so many people who've gone on to heal. I mean, definitely the majority of the people that I kind of like knew during my taper are gone and healed. And I can have really good windows where I feel like pseudo healed, where I feel like, okay, I'm feeling pretty good, and then I'll get hit with like this little uptick. So I'm just trying to be mindful and patient and practice my practices, but certainly physical discomfort and suffering it's just, yeah, it sucks. So I wanted to give that update because I want to see like how long this wave lasts, and I'm sure I will come back around and like post something again. Maybe I'll even try to do it tomorrow. Just kind of, sometimes it's really helpful for me to start this like little vlog, like a little journal, and it helps me to kind of have something to focus on to get through the days. I have not been doing anything with my Positive Benzo Withdrawal Instagram account, so if you're following me there, I haven't been on there in a long time. I've just been, like, most of the days have been at a much higher baseline and, like, window, not always 100%. I mean, I still have stuff, like I was saying, but I don't feel the need to, like, talk about it or post about it or make a video about it. So yeah, that's my little wavy update. And for all of you out there who are suffering, know that it does get better. Even though I'm having a little uptick, my quality of life is so much better than it was. Know that we heal, and even if you have a setback, you'll get better. And yeah, it's up and down for sure until we heal all the way, it's definitely up and down. And reach out to your support group, find a support group, find healthy things that are distracting, meditate, sit in nature, cry, like just cry. I cried the other day. Like just cry. Like, it's totally okay. It won't kill you. I've cried so much sometimes I thought I was going to kill myself by how much I was crying, but you won't die. Yeah, I'm still knitting. I'm like, it's constant now. It just happens. I'm like constantly knitting. Find your support group, reach out to them, talk to them, and know that everything is going to get better. It will. Our bodies are total miracles. And if you don't believe me, read the success stories. People were in a really bad place and they healed, because that's because the body is really miraculous. So hopefully I'll be feeling better. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe a week or two of this, I asked my pendulum, and my pendulum said my baseline will go up in May, and it's the end of March. So my pendulum's been right a lot of times. I know there's like a weird lag with this, my camera is being laggy, but anyway, let me know how y'all are doing, and I'll see you on the flip side.